I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one. I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Bunch formation for these receivers. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Cooper. Try to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown Sooners.
Well, the QB was trying to throw it to his running back behind the line of scrimmage. He never saw the defender. That was as easy a pick six as that guy is ever going to score.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The defense putting points on the board.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick six.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Hoosiers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
You don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they close to within 10, down 17-7. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They've jumped on top right out of the gate, trying to add to a 17-7 lead. Oh, he's got some space. And there's a flag on the field. They believe they can run right here. Oh, he's got a chance. Ridden out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and that'll give them a bit more room to operate. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every...
Turns on the Jets. The 40. Inside the 30. The 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Rushes on him. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end? Just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Takes a hit as he fires. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
They'll leave it with him. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David, as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Brings up 4th down.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. To give to the big fullback. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Hemby. Slithers into space. There he goes. And he picks up enough for the 1st down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the 1st quarter. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. They'll give it to him again. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
What an amazing play by the defense. Not only do you get the interception, but you completely flip the field. And how about the open field running by that guy once he made the pick?
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
At the 10-yard line. Second down coming up.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Set to kick off.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Pulls it in. It's Hemby. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage. Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes. Back to pass, it's Mendoza. Here's a heat. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Offense facing 4th down.
The Hoosiers will try to move the chains on 4th down. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the heat gets home, and down goes the quarterback. There are penalty markers on the field, but I think it's against the offense. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Offense working from the pistol. They want to run it left here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The proverbial rabbit out of the hat. Getting out of the Houdini-like locks. Calling reverse and trickeration, and it worked.
It does, and it's frustrating because defensively you're thinking run, 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 and you're playing aggressive, and on that backside, man, you got to stay home. You got to be alert. You got to do your job. When you don't, here comes the reverse. Here comes the touchdown.
Indiana 7.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. He's going to fire deep. He's got it on the left. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. He lets it fly. Complete downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Hoosiers are threatening in the red zone. Might be calling a hot route. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Off play action on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Utah State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Aggies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Purdue. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The give to the left side. Can't get him to the ground. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Tatum. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Quickly complete. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
Fires to the wideout. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone, and I love the vision right here by the cornerback, seeing the quarterback the whole way, breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Ncaa. The throw to the outside is complete. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going for 6. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Got it in the middle, it's Becker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Indiana.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Throwing right. Got a man. It's Emby. Defense was right there, but they couldn't stop him from making the catch, and he's got it to the 30. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Oklahoma 38, Indiana 14.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick this one.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Mendoza. Fires left. Wide open downfield. He's loose down the left side. He was smelling that end zone when they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
And the Hoosiers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, Hoosiers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He wants to throw it. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a way. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The Sooners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pulls it in. It's Burks. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
And the Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He's going to take off, breaks into the open. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Buying some time as he moves left. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. Touchdown Sooners. And the route is on. Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Iowa State just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Ames. That's a tremendous fan base, and they'll enjoy this one all week. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far. And if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead.